I'm Juan Davies, Chief Creative Officer at KCT and PBS SoCal, and I'm joined by the newsroom of KPCC and LAist on a daily reporter roundup. How is everyone?
Great.
And today we're joined by investigative editor Mike Kessler. Hello, Mike.
Hi.
Jackie, California's new COVID-19 cases have hit a record high and hospitalizations are up. Can you explain why there has been such a huge surge?
Well, in March, California instated the first stay-at-home order in the nation, and it's widely credited with buying California valuable time to slow the virus's spread and prevent massive death tolls like we saw in New York and New Jersey. But recently, Governor Gavin Newsom has allowed counties to reopen at a much faster pace than originally planned. So the spike in cases is happening for a few reasons. One is that younger people are getting the coronavirus at a disproportionately higher rate. And that's partially because of the reopening and because some people aren't wearing masks and social distancing. Despite the surging cases, Governor Newsom has only encouraged Imperial County officials, which has the highest rate in California, to reinstate a full closure. But he isn't suggesting a rollback on any statewide rules like other governors have, like in Texas and in Florida.
So Disney's taking measures to address concerns about the racist history behind one of its rides, and Mike's been following that story.
Yeah, Disney announced that they plan to change the way that Disneyland and Disney World Splash Mountain is themed. The water ride's characters come from Disney's 1946 movie Song of the South, which was even criticized in the 1940s for how it depicted Black people. The ride never included the most controversial elements of the film, but with renewed attention on Black representation, Disney will be removing all the references to Song of the South and replacing them with characters and music from Disney's 2009 animated movie, The Princess and the Frog. That featured Disney's first Black princess. But when Disneyland reopens, they're still going to be using the current version of the ride for a while.
Emily, you're looking into racial and gender disparities in unemployment in California.
So first off, the coronavirus recession is already a lot worse than the Great Recession, and it's disproportionately affecting women and people of color. And that's according to a new report by the California Budget and Policy Center. So employment for Black and Latino women fell more than 3 times as much as employment for white men, and about twice as much as for white women. And that has to do with the industries in which women, and in particular women of color, tend to work, like leisure and hospitality, which includes restaurants. So in LA County, that sector, leisure and hospitality, lost more than twice as many jobs as any other sector. And the researcher that I talked to was wondering if maybe school closures played a role in this, because obviously we know women are often more likely to step back from work to take care of children. It's also worth noting that immigrants in California have been more affected than non-immigrants, and immigrant women in particular saw the steepest decline in employment.
Finally, yesterday, the Black Lives Matter activist Shaun King posted a story online about a law enforcement group on Facebook that's been talking about killing him. Robert's been following that one.
Yeah, New York-based activist Shaun King took to the website Medium to call attention to what happened in a private Facebook group for California law enforcement officers. The thread was started by a retired Long Beach PD officer, according to King. Referring to King, she wrote, quote, "These criminals that the Democrats created need to be stopped." And then several people in the group chimed in. One wrote, quote, "Shaun King needs to be put down." Another said, quote, "Need a sniper." A third added, "Toss this guy from a helicopter." The Long Beach PD confirmed that 3 former officers are mentioned in King's article. The department said in a statement that it's appalled and deeply disturbed by the posts, and then it's asked the FBI to help with their investigation.
Thank you, Robert. Mike, I had a question with the complicated history that Disney World and Walt Disney in general has had with race and gender. I mean, it's not only one ride that needs to be looked into.
Yeah, it's interesting. They actually announced this following all this renewed attention, but they said they've been working on this for more than a year. So who knows what they're talking about behind the scenes, but there's definitely been complaints elsewhere as well.
Well, thank you so much to all of you at the KPCC and LA's newsroom, and thank you for joining us. Be healthy, take care of your family, your neighbor, and we will see you on Monday.
Thanks, Juan.